this pistol round.
Interesting compositional match here, going for that Vice on Cloud9, which is so good against the Neon. But Envy instead playing this triple dive comp, which I think will do well to bypass that utility.
You'll need to be a little bit more proactive on the defense side, and with a wall like this, it's not working out at all. Oxy with 2 quick snaps on the kills. Wall didn't even really come into play there for Envy.
Yeah, that's the Oxy you expect, though. He said his last match was the worst one he's played in 3 years. Already looking confident early as Envy expecting an A hit, rotate all 3 that direction.
Yeah, it's a hotter start from C9 this time around. Just choosing to slow down for the time being. Waiting to see, because you'd expect Envy down numbers to step back into some space, get some sort of fight going. That's what Cloud9 are waiting for. Penny's going to find the first player here, and Poppin does nothing to shut him down.
Seeing that one player, Cloud9 make a great call here. They pivot directly towards B, and this will be a free site, a free plant, and a great look on the pistol already.
Yeah, not really sure where Rossi and Egser are supposed to go from here. Now they finally hear the spike's been planted on the other side of the map. Maybe a ghost they can find, trying to hunt down wherever Penny wound up, but he's already left and moved back into mid.
One of the biggest struggles last week for Cloud9 was their team fighting for me. When they were getting, when they were holding sites against flood retakes, or on their attack when they were going for hard executes, I feel like they really got dragged into the chaos and lost in those fights. Against Envy, a team that wants those same kind of brawls, I like to see a Cloud9 that is taking a bit of a slower start to this game, that is looking to avoid full committing into those hard execs for the most part.
Yeah, very nice from them, even if Egster gets a couple kills on the retreat. Cloud9 take the pistol round, and Mimi, you know, you talk about them winning out in the early team fault brawl over mid, but also we see Penny getting to activate on the lurks too, which is going to be critical here, I think, on split. Wow.
Yeah, it was a good double swing, just much better shooting from Oxy. Neither player able to find him there. And this is a kind of composition for Envy that lives or dies on fights like that. And if that's a prelude to how those duels are going to go, it's already a bit of a worrying sign.
Yeah, because you talk compositionally, right? You don't have that passive information of a Sentinel to lock down on a site, so Envy are forced a little bit more to play for forward lines to get that information with their duelists. On a round like this, though, they're just going to be bunkering down 5 players over on the A side, as again, C9 think the solution to this map so far has just been to break apart mid.
Absolutely, and welcome to 2026 Valorant, guys. We're picking Neon, we're abusing the judge as soon as possible. Oxy's got that one in hand, and seeing nothing here on B, it's another easy plant for Cloud9.
Yeah, it's a quiet approach out of C9 till we get onto the side. There's the
Neon
spike.
in the world.
Could Envy hear anything? I don't know. Again, they're on the wrong side of the world when that spike goes down, so very easy to farm up some orbs here onto Zeppa's Sky.
Okay.
Oh dear. My, oh my. An ace for Kesnet!
Wow, incredibly impressive. It's rare you see teams actually do that outside of Abyss, but without buying anything, just classics, I respect it.
Well, it's because we haven't seen Raze in so long, right? And you need that damaging utility with the vulnerability of the Viper.
Don't worry, guys, I'm going to throw my Goru flash at the ground, but we're replaying this, okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is a big power play. Now, the right-click classic shots, those are just some flavor. Not actually helping there.
I like the fist bumps at the end. Good job, guys. We did it.
Yeah.
But here's the round that matters. With everyone dying, it means no ults close for Cloud9, full rifles for Envy, and this time it's an A default for C9.
Yeah, I like switching it up, getting out of mid, and actually just sending Oxy up into ramp to clear that close corner next to the smoke. And now after creating all that noise on the A side of the map, stepping back out of the space, and I think they're going to try and fake Envy out. Envy are going to step back into ramp, try and clear this out, and if they find nothing, that's exactly what C9 would have been hoping for.
But now the re-hit is coming through.
Yeah.
The ramp re-clear at the same time, which means site is open, but Envy in a good position to flood if they can win this duel towards ramp.
Penny, how much can he get here? Snakebite goes awry, and he is taken out. Zelsis, soon to follow, hitting the floor. Envy now have to take some time. Egster not with the rest of the team. But Demon 1 just lost his dash. Vic waiting in the corner, sees the shoulder. Nice work out from Demon 1. That's 3 for him. And now a flash to try and guide the rest of Envy back into the site. Still a judge in their path. Doesn't matter for Rossi. Zeppa takes 3 of his own. And now with popping onto the spike, Goes for half. Is he just gonna hold it? Is he just gonna stick it down to the wire? No! Zeppa steals it right on back.
Incredible Red Bull clutch from Zeppa to close out C9's bonus. And that one was looking good for Envy, but the way they approached it had such risk. After a successful re-clear towards ramp, you see them actually go for this isolated fight, right? Demon 1 gets this one with the help of this guy, but then the rest of his teammates fall back. And he's just taking a one-on-one here towards Hell. He's taking another one-on-one towards Sight, and that opens up Zeppa to just get that one-on-two towards Elbow and have a great chance to clutch this round.
I'm back!
Yes, he's so back.
Sir, come on!
Emmy, that's a nice emotion to see out of Emmy.
Yeah, rare to see the happiness from that man.
Nice shot out of Kesnet to equalize here, even just on a Sheriff. And for Cloud9 too, losing all 4 of their pistol rounds back in week 1. Now, not only do they win their pistol, win the bonus, and go back to that mid-control that was working on those low-buy rounds.
Early Skyle, you only see one towards the side of B. And Eggster under a lot of pressure here now, has the only rifle left, and it's gone.
Yeah. No chance there out of Kesnet either. Back into spawn. I think those Seekers really help simplify the round for Cloud9. Oh dear, that spike has not been planted yet. Rossi abandoned up out of heaven.
The news of him being back was a little too soon. Still, it's not really any guns to be picked up here. Just classics in the hands of the NV players. Cloud9 with 45 seconds. We'll wait and see if they can get a freebie.
Yeah, they're waiting for Vic to get a smoke reset, I think, for Heaven because the spike is out in the open. Doesn't have the dark cover yet, and that's given Rossi a chance to slip back into the site. And now as he goes for that smoke out, he doesn't have his gun ready. Doesn't matter. Penny and Oxy are there to get the kill, and do they have time for this plant? I don't think so. Still, though, 4 in a row for C9, not too bad.
Yeah, I saw it from them. Got real scary at the end there. What a nice timing to find with that double headshot out of the classic. To zoom out on this round, though, I think Cloud9's approach to this one, but they're doing a lot of 1-3-1, show a lot early with the Neon to pressure, and then fall back and wait for the reply.
Dirty, but we got it done.
Is a really good approach. Envy, the last time that they were playing, they really like, when they hear pressure in one part of the map, going for big, active re-clears together where they saw that. And I think Cloud9's approach is all about baiting out these big plays early and finding that weak side.
Yeah, identify where the brawl is going to be. That's going to be over on A ramps. Penny just walking it down for the time being. Trying to show a little bit more presence out of C9 on that side while the rest of the team creeps up into mid, and just sliding in is Oxy. Kesnet tries to take another fight, but it's disjointed out of Envy. And once again, Mimi Eggster isolated on B.
Getting a kill or two here is the only way to make this round possible.
It's tough. On the other side of the smoke, Eggster somehow gets it done, but there's still going to be some shots to trade him back down. Now Poppin making a mad dash to secure this kill. No chance for him either, and this was the buy round from Envy, instantly taken apart.
You see how much the Neon changes the respect that you have to give to an attacker, especially when you're playing a position like the Viper in mid, where you have to be up to Molly. When you're playing even against something like Yoru, there is just not that pace to be able to pounce on you, slide through, disrespect a Molly, and get that kill.
Yeah.
But when there is a Neon, it breaks that internal timing, and you saw how much Oxy destroyed him there to get the opener.
Because on the Yoru, you'd have to wait for that timing for the teleport
and it's
to go
also
forward.
telegraphed, right? You hear that, you see a flash, something like that. Neon, no. You just make the play.
Night-night.
Well, Demon 1 can still shoot. Verdict is in. But he can't see that third one, so no luck there. That's 5 in a row now out from Cloud9. No guns even saved over from Envy, but that's the play. That's just a sliding headshot, Mimi.
It's also cool sky tech, right? Did you see how he didn't insta-pop the flash? Instead, he let it ride, and then you see the Viper starting to turn, and then the flash pops in her face as she's turning, and the Neon slide is there from Oxy to absolutely own Rossi.
Well, a timeout is going to be called.
Good news, with the loss bonus and Bladestorm this time, Demon 1 is all but guaranteed to get an off in his hands next round. It's going to be late, but that will be a factor.
Wow, 2,079 days, not since 2020, that Envy and C9 have done battle here. See how Envy react to this fast B hit. First time we get a look like that, and Kesnet is on site with the judge. Already gives up his position. Eggster out from heaven. Look at that. Envy trying to tear Cloud9 apart. Oxy left in the 1-on-2. Eggster shows his face and will lead to Envy's round win.
Nearly gave a way back in there. for Cloud9, but Envy showed up in the end. I want to see these kills from Eggster. I think it's just classic Envy, full disrespecting that smoke. Here he is, just holding towards heaven. Has that high-low with the floating jet above, which makes it so tough to pick a target.
I also think right before that drop came in, right before the drop comes in, Kesnet's making a lot of noise on site. So I think a lot of the Cloud9 players are more worried about that than the flood out from heaven. Bad news for Cloud9 as their momentum is at least momentarily halted.
Strong mid setup for Envy.
Interesting read that Oxy's going for the Outlaw purchase. Maybe something out from the timeout. You can see that Envy actually have 3 heavy armors under that. Could have been something where Emmy's saying, hey, if we keep winning rounds and Envy are forcing up buys, it's going to be a lot of light armors, but maybe not the payoff in a round like this for C9.
Envy expected something fast towards mid. They've re-cleared B main, so now this A play is telegraphed. But their Sky has tucked into sight, and there's no one to help.
Yeah.
This is a man alone.
Good luck popping. A dog in. And now he is just completely gone. That was one of the players with light armor taken out of the equation. But as Rossi approaches on the flank, C9 don't have any space outside of the site. They're trapped in here like fish in a barrel.
So that Outlaw could do work. That's 140 damage on Kesnet.
Envy taking their time. Last time rushed into this A retake.
No flash to get past his scope.
Paint shells came in, but maybe a little late. No impact there. Envy have 3 players all isolated on separate parts of the map, and systematically, they have been destroyed by Cloud9. No issues there for C9.
That round, you're seeing how the compromises of this composition really start to hurt you. The only tools you have to set up fights are what your Sky has and what your Omen has. And as soon as Poppin's dead and Paranoia is used, even if you're in a strong position in terms of your positioning, your guns, your numbers, if you don't have flashes, if you don't have smokes, if you don't actually have any tools to get back into this site, it's so difficult.
I thought Viper was the last guy. Let's go, boys.
And that used to get assuaged when you were playing with the Yoru every map and you had flashes and you didn't have to worry about that. With a comp like this, it gets difficult. And that's a money shot for Envy. They get 1 round, their loss bonus goes down, and they have to eco.
Yeah, full reset on that. So what's the plan from C9? Right now, just taking it very measured. I think with how quickly Rossi came in on the flank in the previous round, C9 are taking their time and making sure no flame business is going down into mid. And don't know quite if that dog got the spot out on Rossi, but it does clear away that space.
Penny's been here alone pretty much every round.
Hello. I do like Envy's positioning, though. 2 players up in heaven, and that being the Raze and the Viper. I was going to say they could util combo, but there's no snake bite available. We're just going to blitz on into the site. Still gets a kill with those paint shells. As backside is a bit of a conundrum right now for C9. Still not convinced that Kesnet has left the space. Finally, they clear that away. Once again, it seems Envy will have to take their time and wait for teammates to approach before they can do anything here on B.
The kills are great, but none of these weapons can actually get picked up. And again, limited tools to actually break into the site.
Kesnet already ripped the showstopper. Not long for this world. Reserved hold from C9 too. Not giving any early challenges to that Envy squad. Takes things up 7-1.
The way Oxy's playing this Neon is diabolical. If you watch his entry that round, he has a judge. He goes into a smoke and he's swapping to a shorty secondary. Throw his double pump entry near. There it is. Didn't get a kill in this round. But it may be whimsical, but it's also just so strong with those shotguns can do right now. 10-5 for him. A 6-round deficit for Envy.
I think C9 might just like their chances on a B rip here. Zelsis has that steel guard in ready to go. They are going to be halted by a pit in main. Reconsider their options. as Penny finds a very early Skydog.
He's been playing this extremity very well, though. He's never far enough up that they can actually catch him, even with the scaling from the Jet and the Raze.
It has meant that orb control has basically always gone to Envy, but let's watch this fight. Very nicely done. Just barely challenging. Now that Steel Garden onto the B site. Oxy layers down a stun, puts down the fast lane too. There's players in front of him. It'll be a challenge to rip into this site, but not if Zelsis is cutting them down in main. That pinch comes in, and C9 get 2 kills for nothing. Hard to say what Envy's going to do from here. Seekers have already been thrown down. Kesnet layering down some fire. Pins the Zeppa into the corner, and now Demon 1 and Poppin have arrived. That corner player dealt with. Pressure onto the spike. And Zelsis so low, he's out of it. Demon 1 will take the round.
First round where I feel like I've seen the Jet Raze duo for Envy step up and win them one off individualism. So I think Cloud9's macro that round was better. They took early B main presence, pressure there to incite the re-push on the other extremity. Spotted 3, go for this execute. Now have a 3v5 here. But it's all down to Demon 1 and Kesnet hitting some great shots together as they scale back in.
There's really spam kill out from Kesnet too. I think just broke the crossfire C9 had going for themselves. Hold on, guys. The spike is all the way back in base.
Hey, at least it's on the map.
Yep, Zephy's got that in his hands. It's all good. No worries there. The spike seems to be the only thing that could slow down C9 on this attack half so far.
Back to the 1-3-1. I've noticed in a lot of these rounds, Poppin is using very early utility.
So
already
much.
A flash, a dog gone with 20 seconds in the round. Part of the reason I think their late round retakes have been so difficult because they are dumping that kit pretty early on.
Yeah, ends up meaning that they're, you know, usually gonna.
There's
That's another Sky Flash. Yeah.
He won't have another until 8 seconds on the clock.
Wow. Well, we'll see if it matters. It is just going to be a B-side defense out of Eggster. Good flash to sort of set him up for 2 kills on the board. It evens things out at 3 and 3 apiece.
But remember the initiator utility. It's all gone. They don't have any tools to get back into this site other than pure skill from Demon 1.
You would love to have a dog right now. We'll see if Demon's got that. Right on the other side of the wall. Envy know they have some time to work with, but still worried about B main. Can't waste too much time on that. Stepping into the smoke, Poppin chooses not to use the flash. There it goes. Penny is still alive. Worried about above, and Rossi comes down for the kill. Still Zeppa alive. Has an angle here, gets that. With so little time left on the clock, Demon 1 needs to try and get that one to half. Does he have the time for it? I'm not sure. It's going to be down to the wire for Demon 1. Clock is ticking, and he has it with 0.2 of a second.
So damn close. But Demon 1 clutches up for the team. An absolutely necessary round to win.
And that is back-to-back for Demon 1 as well.
Both on B retakes, both in man disadvantages. That he steps up for this team. Cloud9 know it. They had him sub in last season when Oxy had to be out. Knew the impact he could provide.
Bro, you're here. What the?
Demon 1 stepping up here in these last couple of rounds. And that's going to bring us to a Cloud9 timeout. Another element going at it. We'll see what the solve for C9 is going to be. It's not going to be meeting that A main aggression with a brawl like Envy have been going for round after round. Instead, maybe back to that 1-3-1.
Yeah, I like to see it. Envy keeps using this util so early. There's a boombot already going on A main. That lets Penny walk up, and Rossi, this time he knows the threat of that Neon has to back far away.
Ironically, it's this time that Oxy isn't going full speed ahead.
I mean, look how little they've had to use to get so much space here.
Oxy can just follow the Trailblazer. But really, C9 might have ideas to pivot back into A. Envy haven't over-rotated yet, but his fight into B Heaven might force some players away. Actually calls back towards Heaven. Nice shot from Poppin. Just tears Oxy's head off. And this paralyzes Cloud9 a bit. They wanted to do some fake action back and forth in mid, now fully committing back into vents. But 2 players on ramp, and the judge here, it's not going to be easy. Poppin flashed off of the corner, but calls in some assistance. Here's Demon One layering it down. Brilliant shots out of the duelist.
Demon One is looking good.
Last round before
That 2K is just incredible from him.
we lose it anyway.
And it's another round where Cloud9 is in a position where this could so easily go their way. And then it's Demon One individualism.
The fadeaway.
Yeah. I still like that early approach from Cloud9. I'd like to see them mirror that again with going into this mid space. Getting that pick on Rossi up towards B Heaven in the middle of that round should have been the death knell for Envy.
Blade Storm out from Demon One. And a lot of ultimates ready to be thrown into this final round of the half. From C9 in particular. Rossi having used all of his gas there to get the cross, and it's quick from C9 into Heaven. Kesnet was waiting for it, but it does not matter. Oxy now, lightning at the ready. And the rest of C9, considering their options, they're going all the way around the world. They're going back into the defender side spawn. What a round from C9. Poppin seems to have heard it, but with a judge in hand, and without C9 going into Heaven, there's not anything he can do from this position.
Just have the Seekers, a chance for a one-on-one against Oxy.
Oh, this is madness.
Judge v. Judge.
Poppin knows he's under a lot of pressure. Again, Envy choosing to separate on the opposite sides of the map, but this time Penny was ready for the flank. And the rest of C9 are not going to be pushed out of here either. Oxy for 3, and C9 take a flawless finish to the first half.
A bout of heroics make it doable for Envy. But have no doubt, this was a half that Cloud9 was firmly in control of. A pistol and a bonus win into some good calling throughout sets them in an excellent position heading to their defensive half.
Fantastic start out from Cloud9. You love to see that from them bouncing back after tough week 1. We've got more on the other side of this break.
Those heroics picking up towards the end of the half, like you mentioned. But here's their opportunity to show out.
Demon One has been afforded a Sheriff and light armor in this pistol round. See what he can do on the attack side. He's going to be solo up on the pinch into Heaven. That's a nice typical path you're going to see all the time out from Envy, and they don't slow down. That's a little bit extra. Goes all the way back into vents, and more on top of it too.
They raid bossed him, by the way.
Yeah.
They know their win condition.
Decapitation. So Oxy in the 1-on-3.
planted.
Go, go, go!
Catches Poppin sleeping, and might have the 1-on-1 too. Demon One from above is there with steady hands. Nearly slips, but he holds on.
Man, if that second kill was a bit cleaner from Oxy, I think there was a world he wins that. Even still, Demon One delivered when they needed. They invest in him, and it grants a pistol. I love this split. Very classic this comp with the Omen Ray steeping up one side, the Jet on the other. But still effective.
I want to see the health Demon One had at the end to see if there was a difference. No, okay. Even without light armor, he's going to be alive there.
Nice. Go, W, Sheriff. W.
Nice.
But it is that Sheriff to get the kill. We saw Envy, you know, die to their own mollies last time. C9 going down with a little bit more of a fight. It'll be 2 kills for them, but 4 for Extra, and a very swift round.
Another couple seconds and they could have gotten a kill with that molly. Either way, Envy cleaned it up, and they managed to maintain the rifles through. So no harm in the end.
You know, one thing I love with this game is the fact that we had Demon One subbing in for Oxy back during kickoff.
We did.
Now he's playing against C9, and it happens to be both him and Oxy neck and neck in the leaderboard going into a close second half.
I do wonder what C9 would have been like if they had both of them at a time. Would have been interesting to see. I guess you get kind of an example like that with Kesnet and Demon One on the same team.
It's true. Whole lot of talented duelists in this server. But as you say, NV1, they hit the brakes for just a moment. Dog finds nothing. So do they leave Kesnet and Demon One in mid? They're just waiting for someone on C9 to step back in.
Dog re-clear towards A Heaven. Unlike similar rounds from Cloud9, Envy didn't leave an embed on the extremity, so they have to take quite a bit of time to go re-clear into B main, and they have to be worried about a long flank from A.
This just feels like vintage Kesnet, still hanging out on the lurk, on the solo play, but eventually Envy will regroup, as said. C9 have a little 1-2 setup to lock down B main. Could interrupt the timings. Kesnet was already inside of the smoke. Bad step forward, and again, Kesnet will secure another. That leaves Vic hopelessly alone in backside. I don't know if C9 will play this one out, Mimi.
I don't think so. Man, Penny got caught lacking there. He turned just at the wrong time, and I think his view model covered Kesnet as he dropped. Great double entry from him. I like Envy taking that freeze in the mid-round before committing to the re-hit. I think we saw them rush into a lot of plays in their last match they played. For C9, this is big implications. You went from, at one point, a 7-1 game to now the deficit only being 1.
That is alarming, especially considering that so much of that success from C9 was right at the start of the game, right? They were in this same position where they won the first 3 rounds, then 4, then 5. Now Envy secure their own bonus in retaliation and might even get these guns ripped out of C9's hands. Kesnet already got a couple this round, but all the utility that's been saved the entire length of the round comes in clutch to carry those 2 rifles over.
With the gun saved, there will be something in this round for Cloud9, but still, it's a huge opportunity for them to level up, and love these entries from Kesnet. Picking up the gun, he was so quick on this kill on Penny. Turned just a second too late. And that's a danger of this team. No matter how much they're struggling in the team play, in the macro, in their last bout, if they can fix some of that. No one can doubt they have the individualism to pretty much beat anyone on a good day.
So C9 head into this one. Sent a couple of Buckies forward. Now into A main. Dog from the defense side, and now some utility to follow, but Envy were waiting for it. 1 for 1, I suppose, but doesn't look like C9 are able to recover anything from that.
Still, I think he'll take it on an eco round. He'll be very slow here, again, just waiting for some kind of re-aggression. They don't actually have much presence on the rest of the map. Bar Pop and playing Contain.
Yeah, it's a weird round for both teams because neither of them have any control over mid whatsoever. So Poppin's worried that someone could have maybe walked down. C9 are worried about the same thing with their vent, so they fully give up A heaven and instead bunker down 2 players on each site to try and fight through it somehow.
The issue is, even with bad guns, the longer they let this tick, I start to get slightly worried about hitting into the Vise site.
Yeah, there's a wall there, there's some thorns, there's a flash. Not to mention a Bucky right here on the opposite side. And Rossi's gone fully through A. I mean, is there...
Knife out!
What? Alive somehow. Now he's been taken down, forcing the hit into the Vise. Celsius with 1 kill already. Wall triggered, sticks the spike on the other side, the teleport on top. It's disgusting. Throw up in your mouth. C9 take the round.
No, that's a despicable round that I have just witnessed. Even if you think you have sight, why are you walking through knife? This is... I mean, he even had a chance to get the kill regardless.
You hate to see it.
And they didn't have any presence on the rest of the map, so they're going back in blind. Guess what? There's a rifle there. There's Vise there.
I don't know what's going on there, but C9 are having some fun after a round like that, I suppose. And now Demon 1 picks up the op for attack. Will anyone challenge him in mid? Doesn't seem to be the case. I mean, look, Mimi, Envy aren't out of it. They've got the op, they've got a showstopper for Kesnet, but that was heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, keep selling it, because I'm feeling the same tilt they probably are watching that round.
45 degrees by now. Dog sees absolutely nothing up mid. Demon 1 reconsiders his life choices. Why did I buy this op? There's no one actually wants to fight me. C9 are playing like cowards, just playing behind their utility. Where's the fight? Look how far back C9 are playing all the way around the map. Envy have done 40 seconds and not seen a single player on C9's side.
Well, it's because they're not really putting any presence into this. You can call it a default, but they're not pushing and pulling in any way. They're just sitting there waiting. And even if you spend the minute with no info, you're still hitting a site with no info.
You're coming into 3 players and you're going to rip an Omen ult, a rocket into it as well. We'll see what Kesnet can find. That's one, but Penny is there on the other side. Still not simple for Envy. Demon 1 picked up a rifle now into the site, inching forward, but Demon 1's looking the wrong direction. Vic on 3, Vic on 4, untouchable. Come and get him.
Excellent anchoring from Vic backside there. Single-handedly closes out the round. But it didn't have to just be him. Watch the spacing on these fights. The first 2 are good, but the rest of this, 1 by 1 out of Envy. Even earlier on, the Raze rocket is pathing after the Omen ult, and then the rest of the Omen have.
Definitely are. But they're eyeing up B main at present. Interesting choice. Oxy also has a Outlaw in hand. It looks like a fake B heaven dive out from Envy. There's a Paranoia sent up there too. Now double facing the line. Nice work from Kesnet. His rifles very nearly could be the thing to get them back into the game. Egster with just a classic gets 1 kill, and C9 are kind of going at this 1 by 1. Zeppa now into the site. And notice, I mean, this is a disaster from C9. Kesnet tore it open on the entry. And now Zelsys finds himself facing down 3 members.
2 are low, but Seekers confirm his position. You just stack up together. It'll be tough for him to win this.
And see how Envy have taken 2 players up into B heaven as well. Great positions to work from.
Well, not just 1.
Thrifty.
But Rossi's good for it.
There you have it. Thrifty round from Envy. And, well, they can fully reset.
Yeah. And now you have to look to C9 for some of the criticism in how that one went down. Looking back on it, I mean, credit to Envy, they hit some really nice shots. This opener on Oxy especially. But then how they actually played the Flood, I think was a little misguided. You saw people coming out kind of 1 by 1, and they were flooding into a site where they no longer had any anchor to actually go into.
I think part of it, too, with that first fight that went down is Oxy has a misread on how Envy are buying armor. Envy actually forced 2 rifles from other teammates so their duelists could buy heavy armor. So Oxy hits a shot, but it's not a kill that time around, and that's a big difference.
So 1-3-1 for Envy.
C9 haven't played very aggressively in mid, but this time Penny has tucked away in male. And good for it, too. Causing some distraction. Penny finds a couple. And now with neither duelist available from Envy, where do you go from here, Mimi?
It's so tough to get any space. You don't have an embed on the other side that could have activated off that pressure. And
wow. Sorry, I just saw back from spawn, Sky hits those Seekers. And with only 3 alive, that gives you perfect information.
Yep, 2 mid, 1 A main. And that triggers a B main repush.
Yeah. Well, they're heading back into Vice, Mimi.
I don't know if I'm optimistic about their odds.
We'll see. You never know.
So that Vice is alone.
Yeah, Zelsys could get distracted with the minigame on his gun.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. This seems eerily familiar.
I do like the choice to walk heaven.
But there's a wall here, so we all have to get the timing through. Last time we failed it. This time together, nicely done. Flash up into heaven, but keep your eyes on Zelsys. Backside, tucked into the corner, not looking the right direction. Starts to fall apart as the teleport is stuck through. Cloud9 are all out of sorts. It is a mess on this A site, but Oxy and Zeppa still have a chance if they work forward together.
I'm out of here.
Envy have no control whatsoever, trying to walk out the 3 of them together.
Player standing.
And now it's all left to Zeppa.
He's got to save. The money is not good enough.
I mean, let's just dissect what happened there, because I don't know what in the world Zelsys was looking at. Might have heard the Omen ult and whips around, but...
I think he was trying to turn a flash. I want to see back where that flash actually went, because his teammate flashed at the same time.
And of course, we had Vic sticking the ult in backside, maybe thinking support was more on the way, or there would be no one guarding the planter, I don't know.
Yeah, that the teammate died. Oh, it scrambled my brain.
He was thinking something, Mimi.
Yes, I just want to see this again.
Let's see if we can grab that for you.
Yeah, Envy though, again, winning out these improbable rounds. Here it is. Flash comes through. I mean, Poppin couldn't even see him there.
Oh,
That
it's
was
his teammate's flash that he's
flash.
trying to turn. And there you go. Yeah, there are even thorns. Okay, I understand a little bit. There were thorns on the spike, which
Yeah.
I think also is something that Zelsis was popping at that time.
So making that noise makes him think he has a window, but even then,
Yeah.
it's such a high-risk play.
You can see some of the elements, but at the end of the day, it falls completely apart. Envy within spitting distance now. A fight over ramps. Oxy slides on into it. Demon One's gliding from above, but Oxy remains untouched for a moment. Now Vic, a sitting duck, as Envy have carved right back through this C9 hold and should have control over this A site. No smoke into heaven just yet, so there's an angle for Zelsis to look for.
Bring me the arsenal!
Maybe even just a steel garden. Try and activate quickly back into this site. C9 just found themselves in a 2-on-3 position. This time, have to get through an orb, have to get through the Viper's Pit as well.
And they don't have any tools, just this Molly to try and flush someone.
That'll be a help. Poppin taken very low. But he needs more. A first kill out from Penny. Penny holding the line, sees the player pop on through, and it's one-on-one. Penny has delivered for Zelsis. But he's facing the wrong direction. And Rossi has time! Rossi for 3, and we're all tied up.
Cloud9 full scented on that A fight. And despite Oxy's heroics taking down both duelists, the trades here were just better from the other side. See him get caught on this slide through, and then Poppin with a flat, not even, just swinging through to reactivate on that one. Whew, gets a lovely play. And this second half has been so weird.
Guys, let's go!
It was Envy in a firm control. A blunder of a round opens the door. Cloud9 blunders back, and now the game is tied again.
Little for now, a little bit less punch behind that, as Vic has moved back on to B. Maybe some ideas to play around to mid as well. But ultimately, it is just going to be a half buy from them, putting together what they can, giving Envy a chance to take the lead for the first time all game.
Slower approach from Envy, contacting towards the smoke in mid instead. It's an early dog, gives some freedom for Oxy to rotate away.
This is good though from Envy, right? Last time they got thriftied, it was around they didn't play with any mid control, no space on the map.
Yes.
And they've given up A and B main, but that might not be the world's worst problem.
The key piece of info they're still missing is which side the Vise is on. I haven't figured that out yet, but hearing the sky flashes, seeing that pressure in mid,
I think they've got to have an idea.
that's enough for them to make a read.
Definitely. And it's a good one so far. Zeppa just has a bulldog on screens, and even now he's given up the angle.
So again, this round will fall to a retake. This time 5-on-5, as Exter has to cancel away.
Oh, hello. I'll be making my way out. Don't mind me.
I think the difference, though, is that Cloud9 have maintained heaven control. They don't need to invest huge resources to refight for that. So they have pretty much all the tools they'd want to actually fight back into the site proper.
Well, that's their sky flash gone. Headshot through the box, too, so now the paranoia comes in, the stun as well. Oxy is true and welly here. That's 2 kills now, but still Rossi. A problem for Cloud9. Rossi getting so active, that is wild. Trying to catch this timing, I think, with Poppin swinging onto the line. But now things get a little bit more uncomfortable. Rocket popped. So much writing on this round from Kesnet. Has to deliver, has to find it, and he will. Envy take the lead.
It has been a story of heroes for Envy. Their 2 superstars, the new additions this year in Demon One and Kesnet, have stepped up. This time, Kesnet with this Red Bull clutch. I thought this refight towards ramp was going to be the end for Envy. Oxy getting those 2 picks, and then Rossi making this decision that I disagree with to re-swing. None of that matters, though, when Kesnet plays that so masterfully around the sign.
Right back into it. C9 now feeling the pressure truly for the first time. And Zelsis has switched his setup. He's playing A little more isolated toward this A side. Can call in some reinforcements with Penny. But when this wall goes down, it is trouble. Flash through, and Poppins alone on the wrong side of the Vise wall. Spotted now. As the rest of the team filters in, Zelsis gets the first, and the distraction is beautiful. That push and pull between the tandem duo. As Demon One somehow carves things a little bit back, it's still Penny holding down the fort up in heaven.
Now Eggster has to make himself a hero. The man who struggled more than anyone else on this NV roster since their ascension.
Been a good game so far, but now every angle is being held, and he teleports right into the waiting arms of Zelsis. It's tied again.
This year with the initiator nerfs, with the changes to the game, we've talked so much about team fighting, how important it is to have those fundamentals down. And this is a perfect example from C9. Watch the ping pong here. Zelsis swings, then he tucks, now Penny's back in. Then it's another piece of utility before they head forward. It's so difficult to deal with when those teammates are playing off each other well. Envy just gets torn apart in heaven. But they still have another buy. They still have another chance to push to match point.
C9 might have some ideas to fight over B main. This is a new look. Vic teleporting into the corner, and Envy are somewhat wary of that area of the map. Their idea is to brute force their way through mid.
Cloud9 largely giving this space. Comfortable with the hold they have towards the extremity. Make it feel like there's more presence off that Sky Flash.
Feels a little bit like that third round of the half here, except this time Demon One and Kesnet have linked arms in vents.
I've got your trail.
And a Seeker's now popped from the attack side, sends 3 over towards B. And that tells Envy so much. It means 2 on A, and very likely Vise on this side of the map too.
But it's the 2 best tools to stall. Can they hold firm?
Demon One's into the side already. Slowed down for the time being. Good flash, but Demon One can't capitalize. Here he comes, and he is out. Zelsis! Who is this guy? Tears down 3 in the blink of an eye. Spike left bare.
30 seconds
And Envy are ignoring it. They have to deal with Zelsis first. Eggster somehow does. And with 25 seconds left on the clock, Eggster has stepped up in week 2 to give his team a chance.
3 on 2 now. Kesnet posts forward. He wants this fight. Confident alongside his teammate.
Eggster is in the prime position if C9 commit out from heaven. And yet they're taking their time. Doing it diligently. But time begins to affect them. Now a crossfire setup. Kesnet into the smoke. Everyone's blind. It's only Eggster. 1, not anymore. C9 will take this round. They move to match point.
And that is the round that Cloud9 needed. That is the recovery for this squad. And it doesn't come from the hands of Oxy. It doesn't come from a hero like that. Instead, it is Zelsis holding it down. The stall util here, the thorns, everything was perfect. And that spray down, just too clean out of him. Eggster gave his team a chance.
Nice, boys! Let's go, Penny. Let's go. Bro, I dinked both of them.
Way to claim the credit, Penny. Okay. Trying to take that one away from Zelsis. Zelsis just the man like locking down in these late rounds, always locking down the site. But now, Envy tried to challenge for OT. It's quick into A this time around. Kesnet is just Goomba stomping on Oxy. Just a 1-for-1 for the time being. Zeppa stuck backside is in. Comes Zelsis once more into the fray. Zelsis closes in, and C9 take split.
13-11 for them. Both teams had chances. Both teams made big mistakes in this game.
Typically, once that operator comes into play. Are we okay?
Someone's excited.
Someone's excited. I love it.
Are you not excited?
I'm excited. I just, I hope that wasn't one of our players.
Okay, good. I am excited. So here we go. Bit of a death ball for C9 to start towards A main. As Envy was looking to trap play in mid off the chamber.
Well, Poppin is a little bit left to his own devices here. Slithers back towards Secret. C9 have taken their time for now. Envy ready to pop on out from the smoke. There's that first Phoenix flash, sends Zelsis packing, but Oxy again to strike first, and Oxy for a couple now just rinses through this Envy lineup.
And now down to a 1-on-3 for Rossi.
Planted.
Tries to take a timing, but the drone is there in his face. And the setup is very strong for C9. 2 different angles to swing off the player on site.
Well, he knows where Penny is at least. Don't know if that's going to help him.
No stars.
That's a decent enough start, but immediately the counter flash, and C9 take a back-to-back opening pistol.
Yeah, real nice from them. I'm interested to see if there was some kind of util that stalled Envy out, swinging through the smoke. Because you see they do that volley of utility with the molly, with the flash, and then when they actually scale through the smoke, it ends up being much later. Imagine something was holding them up there, but I think what really wins the round for C9 is not only that stall, but Oxy making the choice to fight back sight as a reaction to that volley of utility and getting a pick on an isolated player there.
It was very nice. We'll see how C9 continue to play in these post plants. I think that was an angle where Envy were getting in to some round wins that even when they were down in numbers, just playing solid on the retakes. Zelsis this time waiting to punish the Phoenix orb farm.
He did his job though. Got the orb, died. That's all you could hope for.
Could hope for maybe a little bit more if he had a...
Nope, that's all you could hope for. He got 2 orbs, that's his job.
Your imagination is weak. I'm not
He
gonna
said 3
lie.
out of 6, that's pretty good.
That's true. Hey, do we get in our allotted? Wow, Phoenix has so few orbs to get his ult online. That's one of the reasons you pick him.
You just fulfilled the allotment.
There we go. I promise not to say that again.
I might. Last time Cloud9 played against the Phoenix, on their defense especially, I thought that one of the highlights of what was overall, I think, a pretty rough map from them was having good ideas of how to set up trap plays for the Phoenix grabbing the orb, right? Throwing in Teo utility and refighting off of hearing that orb tap. Something I'm looking to see them play around in this one as well. But it's also something that I imagine Envy was looking at in their prep. And
You're one of those demons, aren't you?
what?
Boo. I think that's a Demon 1 joke.
I don't know.
What are we doing out there? See if C9 can lock in and win another bonus. Oxy's got that judge in hand still, and he's just been sent over to make a noise on his own.
That's the do not get the orb volley of utility. And now they'll look back towards mid. Breaking this chamber trip will be a priority of pretty much every slower round from Cloud9.
This time C9 chose to just hear it and focus their attention somewhere else for now. Other things of note is Poppin did go ahead and get the round 3 Odin. That's holding down the line over on A. While Demon 1 actually steps down into B long. That's great space to take, especially right when the trigger is popped on street.
Need that back.
A lot of space for Cloud9 in street, but they don't really have another direction to go. You're either walking back towards the chamber or you're walking into Egster. That's a free one for him.
Or you're running and you're jumping and you're just getting mowed down. Great shots out from Egster. It's been a big turnaround from him, and that's a flawless way to shut down C9.
It's really good to see him playing like this. I think that he was one of the most hyped players coming into 2026, and I do think it's fair to say that he was the biggest disappointment at kickoff. It was a really brutal tournament for him. But this is him playing to the level you know he can hit, the level you saw in Ascension. I think Envy's success in this stage is really going to rely on him finding this form and keeping it.
Certainly will. Has that ult online now. And C9 go back into that A showing. Have some bodies here if they wanted to fight, but take their time. Careful for Demon 1. Last round, they broke his tripwire, so this time he plays in front of it. How wary will C9 be?
He's out of TP range here.
Whoa, we are just sending it up into main. That is crazy. Keznet delivers a kill, and Demon 1 the same in mid. This really boxes C9 onto the right-hand side of the map. So few options left to play with no other space taken on the map.
I love Demon 1 being willing to make that play off the presence from his teammates on the other side. And I also like to see them wasting no time with the Phoenix ult. That is a tool that you should be using the round you get it. You want to be refreshing that as much as possible.
Get 2-3 of those in the half, probably.
If you're getting 3, that's good. if you're doing really good. There's a world you can even get more. Can't say that on any other character.
Are C9 gonna actually go for anything? Because there's no smokes to play with.
30 seconds left.
They need to just face up one of these lines and get a kill, but that's gonna be against Demon 1, which Celsius enjoys. Molly comes down though, and that keeps C9 at bay. So 15 seconds, it's a dash over towards the B side.
I like this from Rossi, repositioning towards long. Really tough angle to root him out of.
Taking his time. Spike planted. A good angle for Rossi. No one to shut him down. It's actually Kesnet.
Spike down B.
To clear away Zeppa, and that spike not to be planted and no guns to be carried over.
You see, this round, one of the reasons why I was so perplexed by them choosing Waylay in their last Pearl game. I think that the value she provides on defense of being able to break rotation timings and be there faster than any other agent in the game is just so valuable to have.
Not sure.
This was a nice one though from Envy. I like the aggressive push-pull, making plays on multiple parts of the map. That kind of proactivity, that aggression is composition so tough to play against. So you have to make intentional choices about what space you're actually fighting for and knowing what you're giving up as a result.
That's the balance C9 will have to strike here. With just a bunch of stingers in hand and a Bucky for Oxy. This time, working quickly into Art. Oxy going all the way. Puffin's like, really? I don't know about that one.
Yeah, NT, I suppose.
And so it comes to a screeching halt. No neon, no gas, no speed, no way to really advance forward. Especially with, that's a drone being sent out from defense spawn. And it doesn't quite have the juice to spot these two players, filling in right behind it.
You're perfectly happy to play mid this way when you have rifles. Just play these longer angles, contain. It's fine, we'll give that space. We keep the sights.
I like how C9 have been able to work up here. A little bit more cautiously off of the util. And some missiles primed for backside too. Forces Rossi out into the open, but no one swinging him from long. And, well, with Exodus holding the line right there, it is lights out. A challenge from Vic finally delivers something from Cloud9, but in 3 rounds, Mimi, Envy have lost 2 players.
Brutal stuff. They are cooking them right now. Looking confident in the fights, reacting really well to where C9's going. This one was a bit bold, just trying to get a gimmick kill with the shotgun. Late round anchoring is nice from Envy. Playing a lot more discipline this map. Not giving these fights in the mid round once they have an advantage.
Hit 80, hit 80, hit 80.
So this is now the round that the timeout was focused on. How do they find solutions? They haven't explored B yet. And luckily for them, Demon 1 has not been able to get an op up yet.
Show that attention over into A main, but we're gonna have to listen in and see how C9 deconstruct this round when we get a chance for that. So far, C9 have lost full control over A main. Might need to go back into that, but Demon 1 has stepped all the way up into A lobby. This is perfect information now from Envy. C9 really being choked out for much control at all. So it'll be up to Oxy to find a way back into that.
It's a good setup for a split on B, though. And now we do get that listen in.
Not by the box. Bread, insert. Hard fighting it.
Spike down A.
I got the bomb. On the street. It might just repush. Can we just hold for a bit? Oh, he's smoked
On the street, so you
it.
guys can just selfie. Dead. 1B.
I'm going back B main.
I'm gonna leave the car at the same time. Fuck it.
Okay.
I don't see anything. It might be chamber or back or something.
We're up here right now.
Taking that back.
Wait, so let me listen.
Yeah, I'm coming. Probably just one more street.
Back off. Back off.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm coming. Take your time in. They're gonna know.
I'm going right now.
Now into a 2-on-4. Cloud9 losing those players in Artist. That's a big pick onto Demon 1. Now a chance at this round.
With 14 seconds left, I'm not sure how quick can Zelsis get over there. Less than 10 seconds now. It is going to be down to the wire if there is any pressure on to the site. He's too slow. He took out his gun and lost the timing, if he ever had it to begin with. And even with Demon 1 going down, you thought there might have been a chance, but not to be. At the end of the day, C9 only scraped through with one gun.
That is another tough one for C9. Envy, just waiting, not giving anything in the mid-round. You heard in that comm check-in, it's also saying, wait, they might re-push. Let's see if we can get a fight with it. But Envy, this game, is not giving away those opportunities to the same level. Said just hold, wait, get that kill back, Holland. It's really difficult for Cloud9 to find anything on this map.
I mean, the game plan is kind of let Demon 1 do some walking. He's your forward information. The rest of the team can chill out a little bit more. Unless C9 deal with Demon 1, who, by the way, is still rifling.
He hasn't had an awful once this game, except that round on attack with Jet.
And even if he's not getting kills, it's the forward information that allows his team to find the right stacks. This time, 2 players over on B. Egster, a big problem in back hall, has somehow escaped for the time being. Stuck inside of the site, but there's another body there. Rossi waiting for his moment. Forced back onto his shorty. And now with the wall coming down to it, is pure pandemonium right now on the B bomb site. Envy now into it, pop in, lays down some fire. It is all over the place, and Oxy can't hold it through. It's another for Envy.
Round starts all right for Cloud9, getting space on site. But Envy's play in that retake was lovely. They scale off each other so well on the work back in. That just suppression with the spam out of the Odin means the player from long couldn't swing as Penny is fighting from back hall. That isolates these fights, and without heavy armor, the Odin does even more work when you're swinging into it. 5 rounds in a row now for Envy.
C9 yet to find the answer. It's been a continued, you know, at least feigning presence over towards A, but maybe the fast rounds just get the spike on the ground. Could be an idea. Some early spam out from Poppin.
The issue is you're pretty likely to get a spike blind, but the retake with this comp is pretty good. Having Neon, having Phoenix, you have a lot of tools to really pressure. And because Demon 1 is always on a forward line, that means this Neon feels comfortable over-rotating every round.
Exactly. The test this round, though, is on Demon 1. As long as he can teleport away here, that speed up into A is not going to be so simple for C9. So he doesn't even take the fight, knowing if he stays alive, his teammates come on in, they can hold down that choke, and C9 recognize it too. They can't really advance from here.
Envy, now high-low, hold this space on site. Again, they're so willing to leave a sole player on an extremity.
Retrieving flash.
There's 4 people postured towards A.
It's a gamble over into A. Envy hard reading this rehead. And it's a good one too, but the utility is tough to deal with. Missiles bombarding Demon 1. Penny spots one on the approach, but Kesnit's still inside of this smoke, and more players behind him from Envy. They've got a wall underway, and with 30 seconds, C9 tried to plant just on the other side. They get it down, but at what cost? Egster finds 2. Now running it back for another. It'll be Demon 1 to capitalize. And Zeppa in a brutal spot. Looking the wrong way, Rossi cleans it up. A 6th on the board for Envy.
I'm so impressed that Envy win that brawl. After the Cosmic Divide came up, their players ended up a bit separated. There's one solo towards Art ahead of the wall, and Kesnit playing forward in this smoke. You see Zeppa catching him there. Despite that, though, the final 3 in this man disadvantage just play it so well. Egster on that off angle for 2.
Nice!
And then the trading back into the site is on point.
And contest these side hits every time.
I do like the idea of just hitting into that chamber, trying to run him over with the Neon and see if you can get that pick early. But it's still scary with the Tour de Force in hand.
Round 9, our first time seeing Demon 1 op.
And it's not even a real op.
It's real enough in his hands. Let's see. Deals with the drone first, now Oxy sliding forward. And yet the bodies have started to move from Envy. Already 4 players ready to come on out from this. Demon 1 is good for 3. No chance for C9 whatsoever.
Man, it's just vintage from Demon 1. the first time he gets a scope in his hands this game. And that's what he does to him.
I feel like when you come into a game versus Team 1, a lot of it, especially here on Pearl, is going to be, okay, how do we play around the op? So then you're frustrated after you don't see any of that op play early on. And then you call your second time out of the half and you're worried about a million other different things. The Team 1's like, oh, hey, yeah, I can still do that, by the way.
I actually think when you go his site, Oxy might have to scale directly next to the Teo drone, so there's not time to
30
break
seconds
it.
left.
Because that drone, the suppression effect, is so strong. If you're scaling together and you make him pick, choose Oxy or get suppressed, and then you get the trade, maybe that's a way to get a pick on him, but damn, is it tough to deal with this guy right now.
The counterpoint to that is, of course, if Demon 1 isn't standing in the open and he lets the drone go through, you think you're safe, and then he swings out and just kills you anyway.
Or if he just has a friend.
Yeah, it's always a little bit of a gamble, a little bit of a coin flip. Well, Zeppa got his.
It's so true. So impactful, even. So I was with Demon 2 health this run. I just want to watch this again. Third shot, he didn't even see
Which is your favorite kill?
I think number 3. It's just so casual, so quick.
What did I tell you? Are they gonna finally give me a fight? They would. They did. What happened? They all passed away.
Due to old age?
Yeah.
No.
It's so sad that they passed.
Well, it might happen again.
He's got friends this time. And that's enough for C9 to
like, absolutely
not want to go here.
No, thank you. We'll leave. That last round was enough.
Gotta go.
Actually trying to maybe pull back into Art a little bit. C9 are making a lot of noise very early into the round, but it's not really amounting to much. Oxy's down on 8 HP. Zelsis already out of it.
Every time C9 takes space, they don't actually have presence elsewhere on the map. So the way that Envy rotates is they just encircle that area and take them apart. I feel like C9 is never actually giving threats of a push on the other side throughout this game.
It's hard, too, when there's threats of ops and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they'll oftentimes like make your lurkers slow down or be less confident to step out into the open.
And that's why this comp is so tough to deal with. The permutations that you can play behind the chamber with. You saw, I think it was round 3. They had him solo peeking mid, but it was a trap play with the Phoenix behind ready to flash. Sometimes he will actually be alone, but it's tough to know.
Little peekaboo out from Oxy. And from Demon 1 too. Instantly snapping away. C9 can get the spike down. Kesnick can kill all 5.
I'm out of here.
3 already, but only 4 bullets left and none to spare. Switches on over.
One enemy remaining.
On the hunt for the ace, but no chance as Zeppa takes him down. And Extra will collect. I mean, we're just counting up higher and higher and higher. That is 8 in a row for Envy.
It feels like a different team than the one I watched last week when they were on Pearl.
I mean, to be fair, it is the most different comp you could get.
Yes, but it is so much better. The value that Eggster is getting on this Phoenix, the map presence that Demon 1 has on the chamber, how comfortable Kesden is as an individual on the Neon as well.
Amy's
That's how it
having a
feels to
great
play
time.
against.
It's like, I wish I could hit that timeout button. Maybe I don't. Maybe we just go next. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that is tough. He just has to watch and suffer for the rest of this map.
Well, for 2 more rounds at least. At halftime, he can ask what on earth is going on. No kills to be found. Some chip damage onto Vic on the way out.
Well, guess what? Demon 1's mid this time.
Here he goes, and Oxy's ready for it.
It's a good punish.
Yeah, C9 wasting no time at all. Moving up into street. That puts Rossi in a tough spot. Stuck on backside, but already Kesnick is so quick to come over. He's going to be here in just a matter of seconds, and he is. 1 kill in and out. A highway bandit. As Eggster is sent packing. 1 more chance for him. Still that spike not comfortably planted yet. Oxy for 3. And they just keep going 1 by 1. And C9's waiting arms. Cloud9 finally shut down this momentum and take a round.
It's feeling like game 1 again, where one team comes out to a huge lead, is in dominant control of the map, And then it's a couple rounds of heroics. We finally killed Demon 1 on the TP. It's Oxy getting this beautiful, by the way, entry on the slide. And now suddenly there's a chance. If they 8-4 win a pistol, this game is far from over for Cloud9.
That last round started by shutting down Demon 1.
Yeah, well, he finally, you know, an op on the server, you'd think, oh, it's going to be Chamber, right? No, my Sova has it.
Lovely. Well, if it's just Sova on A, surely C9 should have no troubles hitting this site.
Now, we'll see about that one. They take their own turn at orb farming.
Got that orb. Someone just got an ultimate.
Yeah, Oxy, Penny, and Vic now with theirs on the board.
Scout destroyed.
So now A main, there's no chamber. Art, there's no chamber. Well, he's been playing Street a whole lot. So maybe an idea of faking out at the B hit and pivoting back into A is exactly what C9 need.
They know that Kesset likes to quickly rotate off that presence, but there wasn't a lot to sell it. Just a drone and a jiggle. They're not fighting.
And Rossi just jumped up over sign 2 and saw there's no one down B long. He does not play a passive anchor at all. And what it affords Envy is now motion to bring 3 players onto A, almost 4.
Even if they sold this is so slow. Kesset has the ult.
This could be ugly.
30 seconds
Less than 30 seconds on the clock. Kesnet trying to take some timings through the wall. Slow C9 down. We are getting down to the wire. 20 seconds now. C9 must go in. And they have some room to play with behind this wall. Envy waiting for a moment to slide on through. That'll be Kesnet first. And Zeppa for 3 out of nowhere. Cleans up this round with ease.
First time one of those team fights has gone the way of Cloud9. And now Rossi, his job has been to hold B, to play these late retakes. Faced with a 1v4.
C9 not allowing him a chance. They're looking for the 8-4 and they will find it. And so when all is said and done, with Envy winning 8 rounds in a row, we've got the reverse of map number 1, 8-4 this half, maybe.
Such similar scenarios where we get here in both games. Credit to Cloud9 for piecing these rounds together.
Take us home, Francis, for this one.
Zeppa gives him a round. Is it a suited Envy style? But for Cloud9, they've been solid on the defense. Oxy's having an okay game. If they win this pistol, they can get right back in.
Likster's Phoenix making some presence down A, or B rather, and well, that's your first orb of the half, taken in just 10 seconds.
Interesting read for Cloud9. They're trap playing towards Street, expecting a fast play there and then being able to stun and refight in.
I think one of the big benefits of the Phoenix is fighting all these close corridors with the flash. Street, Art, can be very good angles for you.
This comp also gives a lot of agency to Demon 1. Walks around, baits out the wall, and backs up.
Send C9 scattering for a moment. I like sending the dog down B long after spotting the players in mid. So good work from Rossi to shoot it down. Only reveals 1 player on this side.
And they don't see any forward look on Street. So 3 players here to receive. But the execute power of this comp, it's tough to hold against.
Envy don't have too much left to work with if they want to break out of here. What's it gonna be? Molly in backside. Vic goes uncleared until Demon 1 shows up into the server. Zeppa still backside. C9 are bringing in reinforcements. It's nice out of Demon 1 and Rossi though. Celsius realizing his teammates are out of the equation. So he steps on through, doesn't find any of those shots, finally turns it around. But Demon 1 is still fighting forward. A little bit mad out of him, but Envy will take their pistol.
So aggressive from them, not giving any chance for Cloud9 to fight through.
Who are we to disobey?
Round nearly went wrong for Envy. They didn't have a second flash on the Phoenix, so breaking the crossfire as they scaled through the smoke caused them some problems. But still, the fighting later on was just excellent.
Yeah.
Rossi getting this kill backside. Demon 1's aggression and presence in this pistol round as well.
So C9, even with 3 players stacked over there, couldn't find the right ways to sync up and shut down that hit. Nothing spent by them on this second round. Just gambling 4 players onto B this time. Interesting to see, too, that Envy aren't, you know, going for any sort of round 2 saves. It's all in on these medium-cost guns.
You also see them buying 5 sets of full armor, fearing the possibility of an Oxy Force with an Outlaw or a Bandit getting picked up.
Yeah. Even just having less max HP for a Bucky or something of the like can sometimes be the difference maker. Clearly, they don't want this one to slip away.
No. And they've really taken their time with it, contacted through, and they'll be rewarded with a pretty easy A site.
Pinging all the spots where C9 could be hiding if the stack was on this side of the map, because at this point, you've seen and heard nothing. You've got to assume that one of these sites is going to be firmly held by C9, and Envy have guessed correctly this time around. Oh, listen to all these footsteps. Rossi has complete control.
C9, something tells me they'll just wait here. Let the spike take him in 30 or so seconds.
Yeah, you have about, I'd say with the time between rounds, you've got 45 seconds to go grab a snack, people.
Okay.
But only 45 seconds.
Well,
If you
Envy
like-
is speeding that timeline up.
Yeah.
Come back quick.
I was gonna say, if you like eco frags too, you can stick around, and that's exactly what Envy are gonna give us. 10-4 now, the lead.
Yeah, with that full buy, everyone on armor, it actually means you're going to be down to a couple pistols likely on this round. Doesn't matter too much in the end. You're up 10-4, in a great position. And now this is the round, the absolute must-win for C9. On the pistol, it was all about Envy. They took every bit of space they wanted. A solo Phoenix takes B, walking back into street, Chamber taking Art alone. I want to see a Cloud9 that is more proactive at punishing those kinds of plays.
C9 will be starting the fight in A lobby this time around. And Envy just waiting to fight back for that space immediately. They give up the orb. And now walk on in. I hear Rossi calling for a flash. Oxy stunned up, but hasn't been cleared just yet. He's still alive. Now taken out. As Envy go 2 for 2 in A main. Still not so easy for them to accelerate into the site because unbeknownst to them, Zelsis has been able to get himself in here and get a kill through the smoke on top of it. How has he done that? Now a drone too as he steps back, supports his teammates. Vic closes in. The challenge and the shot connects out of Demon 1. The push and pull is perfection. Demon 1 for 3, and quite honestly, that could just be the game.
It should be. Demon 1 has been a beast today. And this run, absolutely no exception. 2 for 2 is pretty good on that main fight when you're Envy. Just look at that reset. It's another here at the end to close.
That works.
C9 know they got to force up.
Focus now.
Another run at the judge in Oxy's hands.
Again.
Maybe another chance to run into their demise. Envy have steered clear from them this time around, though.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Run it back to take no chances. As Envy move up into street. Eggster just another drone, I suppose, this round, as no one's going to give him a fair fight, but Kesnet was right behind it. Kesnet sliding through everything. Let's go ahead and listen in.
I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go back.
Go ahead, I'm with you.
3, 2, 1.
Sky heaven, back up right now.
Left side, left side.
He's good now.
Sky's heaven.
Wait. I'm talking, we're good. Wait, door. I'm blind.
4v2.
Back up. Out.
Nice!
Guys.
Let's go, guys.
Go.
Nice.
Good patience.
Nice
Go, guys.
exchange,
Good patience,
bro.
guys. Yo.
Nice fucking exchange, bro!
Match point.
Did you get that all written down, Mimi?
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay.
A lot of it was just Rossi. He is so vocal with this team.
Yeah, I think that the screaming is the secret sauce.
You think so?
Yeah. That's what I think so.
IGL's trying to be like, come on, guys. Casey just screaming at the end of the round. A little bit of chaos. But he did play this so nicely. Excellent entries out of that Neon.
Let's go, brother!
In case you missed it the first time around.
Yeah, there it is.
We got you covered. Don't even worry about it, Kesmet. Full blind. And yet Envy just brute force their way in again. This one has started to run away.
It started?
Yeah. I realize maybe not the best choice of words.
It's 12-4, buddy.
Yeah, well, maybe this is the round that finishes it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that would be running away. Good setup for a bit of a feint intake. The rest of these players were worried about a flank coming back through. They contact back through into mid.
Eating up some precious time here.
And some precious resources that Skyalt already used from Zeppa.
Now Envy might just be thinking to themselves they can throw down a Astral Wall and punch out any anchor over on this B side with a Hunter's Fury, but I recount a round where Envy took their time and committed into a Vise with 30 seconds left on the clock before. And now there's 30 seconds left and 3 players.
Yeah.
And also scratch the 30 seconds, we're down to 20. And now there's Thorns on top of it too. This isn't looking good, is it? Down to 15 seconds. Envy are going to need some kills, and they're going to need them quickly. And it's not going to happen when they're split up on opposite ends of the wall. So let's just go ahead and run this one back, and we're going to go into round 18 here, Mimi.
Yeah. I do remember that round you were talking about. This feels a lot like it.
Mimi, but it's okay because they had 8 chances.
Yeah.
Now they have 7.
Okay, that's chill.
They can afford to wait out the clock on 6 more rounds.
Yeah.
And hoping they don't find a Vise on the end of it.
Me when I'm an hourly employee.
Just run it down to the wire.
I think that's how Fnatic gets played. Anyways, that was a rough round. I mean, not having any map presence towards B, I would have liked to see them leave an embed on A and be willing to pivot back towards there after the reclear Yuzo came in. Regardless, they have lots of chances to atone for that round.
They have to atone for that one?
Yeah.
We're going that extreme? Okay, you know what? I'll give it twice in one day, sure. That's reasonable. By the way, 10 seconds in, and where are Envy? All the way through mid with their duelists unsupported.
Pretty much everywhere. C9, look like they want to re-swing this.
Oh my word. Stepping straight in to their own deaths. Exter gets 2 more kills. And Exter really has been a bright point.
For sure.
Especially here on Pearl.
3-on-5 retake now. This should be it for Envy. They have great positions. They still have utility. Just have to hold and close it out.
Stuns into backside. Oxy's been dealt with. Something tells me C9 aren't getting back through this. Smoke still in their eyes. Not a huge amount of time left, especially when post-plant util comes into play. It is over. Envy gives C9 a brutal smackdown and send us to a 3rd map.
Great recovery out of them. Love the compositional change that they were working on after losing it last week. Question is if it's enough.
Envy geared up and ready to go here for our opening pistol. This is where C9 have been very successful. And it's been off of Oxy's back already, throwing down the fast lane, but it's all a ruse as the rest of the team steps in mid, but Envy have 2 players in mid. Trying to get this catch. It happens at every single point on the map. Envy cutting down Cloud9. You might just want to wrap this one up. Zelsis gets a kill, but he is being hunted down and taken down. Look how many people got invested in that kill, too. We had an Astra Star, we had a Phoenix Mall. Like, it's just madness that he had to deal with.
Envy plays so well in these fast-paced rounds. I think the decision-making here from Demon One is excellent. Pushing through the wall, fighting back up, recognizing so early that that was a fake, and setting his teammates up to not only hold here together as 2, but then to have the backstab at the end.
Not ready. Bonne chance, mes amis.
Tough way for things to start for C9 after the blowout. And it might get even tougher. This is a judge, people. This is a judge! And it has been passed flawless in about 5 seconds there.
We're wasting no time. That was 2 rounds done in like 2 minutes.
I respect that.
Yeah.
You know? Just run it down, get it over with.
Oh, and Kesnet is probably going to have his ult for the bonus round. That's not concerning at all.
Kesnet's 6-1.
Yes.
For any of those counting. Poppin is wondering when his team is going to ask him to show up. He's like, no deaths, no kills, no assists. Like, he's just living his life, his little Sova life on Haven, throwing the dart down A lobby. That's not been where C9 have attacked so far.
And Vscomp excels at fighting out of Garage with the Phoenix Flash. So with Chamber, you get free contact and then a reswing.
I really like that. Unfortunately, no one there from C9's side this time.
They were trying a really similar thing on Pearl as well.
Yep.
But now it's just going to have to be a retake unless Demon 1 wants to just waltz into sight.
I think he might. Do we have a flash ready to go? No, it seems like Envy taking their time. Now into backside goes the rest of Envy. Kesnet backs in and gets that kill. No trade. How is that even happening? Envy have taken the C site, and C9 are running through Garage with the bomb to get out, and Poppin is still waiting for them on the pivot into B. It is an execution.
The reaction times from Envy there. And I'm not talking about the flicks, I'm talking about the positioning. We're so good. They had absolutely no fear at fast flooding. Look at this from Kesnet. His teammates are pressured in Garage. He's immediately sliding into a smoke, giving them the chance to refight. And as the pivot comes through, Envy is ready again.
Yeah, you could see from Vic's POV like how claustrophobic that position is. He's inside of an open smoke in that hallway between Garage and C site. There's players coming at him from both angles. Just no chance there. And lucky for Poppin, he got on the board. Just comes in. He's the guy that's shutting down that hit into the B site.
So a second bonus round taken away here. Go, go, go. Poppin. Bit of a rough time, but it doesn't matter when Eggster's there to back him up.
Yeah, those two players walking together. And now a fight towards Garage again. Oxy gets a good kill, but through the stun, Rossi fights his way through. That'll make it 3. Vic recovers the Phantom, but at the cost of his position. If he gets a kill, he has the ult. Does he escape with it? Yes, he does. All the way over onto the A side. He has a chance now.
Poppin will be here quite quickly. Vic repositions towards short. He's looking the wrong way.
The wrong way. It's so fast out of Poppin. Showing up in the right position, back-to-back rounds to catch C9 in transition. And that hope that was there for just a moment, plucked away.
Nice try for Vic. But tough to read that Poppin is going to be in that position. Earlier on, I think Penny takes that lurk timing a little too early. His teammates hadn't actually provided that much pressure on the other side. And as soon as he falls, Cloud9 feel like they have to accelerate that play. Go straight into the meat grinder. So finally rifles. First 4 rounds of this game, it was a blitz, it was fast. Here's your chance if you're C9 to reset and try and wrangle some control.
That can, of course, be disrupted by Eggster with an ult. When does he use it? Because again, it's just going to be off the rip. Yeah, because out of Garage is Demon 1, so Eggster just using that to break everything and sprint in and get a kill. Are you joking? Meanwhile, Demon 1, a thorn in C9's side. And when the dust settles, it is just that 2 for 1, favoring Envy for the time being. But they've got players ready to punish and deliver once more. It's just like clockwork. The only loss is over on this A side, but unbeknownst to Penny, there was another player behind Poppin, because, well, there always is. The understanding of how to play the map has been there, but Zeppa carves out 2 more kills and brings this into a one-on-one. Kesnet is loud, is noisy. Zeppa is primed and ready. And in Kesnet's eyes, he could be anywhere now. But he chooses the close fight. He chooses and comes up with nothing. Kesnet is unstoppable, and Envy have their 5th.
The rumors of Ranker's death may have been overstated. Hell yeah, they're fighting you at the beginning of the round. They're running at you after that. They're almost throwing a 3v1. and then hitting the nicest shot possible to win it. I mean, this is the Envy that got promised to us when they ascended, and sure, it's with different players, it's with different agents, but this is them delivering on that conceit.
Just this joy sapped out of this. Have yet to turn in their homework in this third map yet. But maybe this will be the difference of a round. Zeppa has Hunter's Fury in the back pocket.
It's so interesting to me that Demon 1 is playing the Chamber so often now, and it's basically never offing.
Just going for the brawly fights, this time trying to step in front of it. Does get tagged. And his TP revealed. How does Zeppa track this one? He doesn't quite catch it. And even Rossi is getting a kill on Oxy. I think that just spammed through the smoke. In mid, I guess there's something now found from Zeppa, but this round is awkward to say the least from C9.
The pick into B gives a chance for C9, but they've lost the A extremity. The rest of Envy is rotated back over as well. But that is a big kill onto Demon 1, and another from Zelsis.
Well, Zelsis was the hero that kept the game in C9's favor back on split. That's a 3K out from him. But look at the positions Envy have trickled into now. Kesnit on the flank. Now a lockdown to try and secure this one. Zeppa's got to be careful. There's players on all fronts, but he has somehow slipped the net here and come back around. Finds himself in exactly the right position. And doubtful that Rossi has much of a chance at all here outside of playing for the exit, which he can't even find. Through the heroics of Zelsis, C9 get themselves on the board.
Really nice from Zelsis. Envy's gotten away with murder so far this game at being able to fast rotate and flood into sites without much utility and straight up win the duels. Here, as they're going for pretty much the same play, put this flood back in, he gets stat pick onto Eggster, and then this crucial trade onto Demon 1 as well.
C9 were tasked to come up with a creative solution there after losing their duelist so early on.
And I do think that's the approach. You have to pressure, wait for the re-aggression, and then shut it down.
Well, well, well. C9 might need to wait for this here.
I won't wait long.
As the drone sees Kesnit, and he runs on out of there. Still C9 are like, okay, we don't have a drone to step back into mid. That's a little bit more challenging.
But the issue is you push him off once. Look, they're going to swing right back in. There's a trap play with the flash in garage.
I mean, coming back into this is a huge risk, and it doesn't pay off at all. Tried to go for the double face. Zelsis, not much support there outside garage. And, you know, C9, it's great that you have the A site, but guys, your spike is in mid right now. You're going to have to go all the way back to recover that. The question is, can Zelsis get the backstab? He chooses not to go to B, instead finding this player on C, but still the spike is there. Thank God there's tiles, but even then he's mowed down through them. Oxy makes the sprint down over towards C, and he should be able to plant this spike, but it is not comfortable by any means.
Eggster still has flashes, tools, but Zelsis.
It's going to come down to Zelsis once again. Instead, Envy choose not to go to garage, going all the way down long.
Both players from Cloud9 are isolated. Oxy holding the angle towards long.
He's low too. You need perfection out of Oxy. That's the first. Off to a crisp start. And primes the ultimate too. Envy taking their sweet time, and it's gonna be punished. Oxy already with 3 there into the round. Just an absolutely mental round that, again, C9 have to get a little creative, and they find their way through it.
It's a 3-on-5 win, though. Absolutely wild stuff. A good clear towards mid, and then they just swing back in and die. The difference here is, again, capitalizing on that chaos. You saw the lurk from Zelsis. You saw a lurk in from Oxy on the other side towards A.
Yep.
This time, they saw them overfighting, they took the space they needed, and they were rewarded.
C9 never get this C site without Zelsis finding that timing.
Nice, baby. Let's go.
And so for the first time all map, Envy will not have the full buy. Still can muster up something with some ultimates. And the chamber up. Demon 1 finds himself in a great position to get in front of the Viper wall. Shut down this forward line. Now a drone comes in, and he'll be forced to retreat.
Cloud9 don't scale off of pushing him off of the line. Instead, they work back towards mid. Have to take this one in steps.
Envy really moving around on the map right now. Caught a little bit in transition with only one player over here on C. It's Kesnet. And what can he do? He is stuck out in the open and he is left hanging. C9 now have the sight. Can set up for the post. If Poppin gives them a chance, he is charging in with a Bucky. And the rest of his team goes in one after another. It falls apart. Zoxy finds himself with 4 kills into the round. And yearns for a little bit more. Dive and dashing around, but shut out of it. Eggster won't give him a chance. Trying to play the spoiler now. As he switches over to the Phantom and carries it on out.
I'd like to see him die here, get an orb. In the end.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah. He's Phoenix.
That's
your
a person.
Job. Kill's even better.
Unbelievable. Yeah. How about we dream bigger, Mimi.
Okay.
Dream for a kill, not the death, or maybe dream for both.
Oh, if he dies too, that's good. Okay. Good enough for me.
Wow, he's really looking for it. Okay, Mimi, you have to dream bigger, right? If you doubt him, if you set those expectations low, he's gonna have to exceed them.
Well, I'm happy for him. I think that's beautiful.
Are you? You were just asking him for him to die 30 seconds ago.
This round, I think, is what was missing from C9 in map 1. And I'm not talking about the 4K from Oxy. Instead, I think the crux of it is step 1, push Demon 1 off the line, and step 2, wait for Envy to over-rotate. They're so proactive at running around the map off any pressure. They're so willing to give you fights that if you push their extremity information away, you wait for them to make that mistake, and then you make your informed decision, it's going to be such a better route.
Yeah, I think it's something they learned after playing those few rounds where they're down numbers, where they, you know, have to find those openings on the board to get into a site that, even on this round, even though it's a 5-on-5, they still are able to manipulate the map in a way where they're hitting into a weak area.
Yeah, with Envy rotating so often, it's harder on this map to not leave gaps than it was on Pearl. One chamber trip on Pearl is basically a quarter of your information dealt with. On this map, there's so many more angles you can contact up through and find those gaps as Envy's big time rotating.
And especially as soon as Demon 1 ever gives up that forward line, which the round started with, right? He got forced off of A main. That sort of sent Envy into gearing up and being a little bit more unclear as to where C9 would be. Now, Envy have had time to talk that through. They've got every ultimate under the sun, except for Demon 1's. Now try to use that to get the ball rolling again.
The fights were the key early game, and Cloud9 might just give them one on mid, a high-low for Envy here.
What have we got? Oxy slides on through. That was clean. C9 lost that same position a moment ago, but this time have full control of the B site. And you know what? Don't worry about playing the slow map. Don't worry about finding the gaps, finding the weak side. Nah, C9 just take the fight to him.
Happy to see it. 2 big rounds from Oxy. The 4K on the NC Eco, the opener on this one as well. There's not much to play here for Envy.
I don't even know
Money's
if they're
not great.
really going for it. Like, Rossi is just hanging out on the C site. Envy are waiting for some oversteps. But yeah, they're just gonna let this one slide over to C9. And I guess hold on to their ultimates, give it a go again in the next round. I think that's actually a pretty cool call out from C9 when you're playing against a team that has so many tools at their disposal. Don't even give them a chance. You just run your own vision, blitz through them, and Envy don't really have the opportunity to react.
Yeah, and I think the real sweet sauce is kind of finding the combination of that. You show us rounds like the previous one where you slow it down, you push the chamber off the line, you wait for the reaction. You threaten rounds like this where it's fast, where you're the one setting the tempo. Good calling from Zelsis in these last few. He's put a streak of 4 together. This is the best chance Envy have had to reply. They still have 5 guns. They still have those ults. Can they get back in?
So the question from Envy is, how do you combat this when they're finding the gaps? Do you play more forward to control more of the map and have less confusion? That's what C9's intentions are. Or do you just make sure every line is held down? Right now, it looks like their duelists want to fight up into mid. That's a fast lane and a Hunter's Fury. They are full on sending it. And the backup is there too. Beautiful work from Envy. every round. Just coming down to these mid-fights, silly shenanigans, ridiculousness, and get Oxy down to 19 HP. It is only a matter of time before he's out of the equation.
You ask these silly questions like, is Envy gonna play slow? Are they gonna do something different? No.
It was a hypothetical, Mimi.
Okay, they're just gonna run it down. And they look their best when they're doing so. Second time they've run a play similar to this one, and well, second time it's been effective. That run it back just gives you so much agency. Being able to have a sacrificial lamb for free. Eggs are even getting 2 kills in his ult that round, and the chaos the run it back creates when you have someone who doesn't have to care at all about their life gives so much space for Kesnet to do his work.
Oh, we're moving the fight to A lobby. Both teams shake hands and agree to all in there. Poppin trying to escape as he calls in for some support. Now the Hunter's Fury is coming out of the C9 camp. That's one out from Zeppa. No tag to follow, but Demon 1 has crept all the way through A short. And C9 are looking the wrong direction. 2 players were holding it, but Penny is out in the open. Good God, man. Egster just takes care of him with ease.
What do you even say to that? It's the second round in a row where Envy just wants to brawl. And they look so good in these team fights.
Yeah, maybe we can all take a collective deep breath before the last round of the half, because something tells me this could just happen again.
That is tough for C9. You mentioned it, they had 2 players watching that angle, but one just walks back in. Here, Rossi calling them readable there. Does he have the read for this round 12?
Well, it's not that fast look. As a matter of fact, Kesnet has an operator down C long.
Demon 1 refuses to op, despite playing Chamber.
You know what? I respect it. Why not? Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Not? Why not? Oh! Okay. All right. Demon 1 just going to do that for us. Put on a show. These rounds are over within 15 seconds.
How long has this half been? Can't be long at all. Zealous' unfortunate position now. The Sharks circling.
Over under 1. Okay, it's over 1. I thought it was Demon 1, so we just weren't going to get anything. No, no, no. Don't go 1 by 1. The spike is still in mid window. There's a high-low setup. It's just not possible, and thankfully Kesnet will put that final cherry on top.
So the third 8-4 half of this series, and this time just all about Envy's aggression. This was just, I mean, just sit and admire.
Which was your favorite kill?
Second for me.
Really? Not tracking through the wall?
The tracking through the wall was crazy, but being able to like reset and stay so disciplined to tap. Very few players aim like Demon 1. Very few players ADS the amount he does. He is a special tempo. That's what we've been waiting for.
Are you ready for a little bit more?
Yeah.
Because we've got a whole half.
I'm looking forward to it.
Potentially a whole half. We'll see. We'll see how envy-ish they can play this one.
I don't know if that's a word.
Envy-ish. With the properties of envy. They walk calmly into garage. This is not envy-ish. Getting a little bit better. Stepping on forward. Oh, Kesnet going up into window. I like that. And the stun too. Penny dodging out from that. Oh, Penny trying to track him. You just can't do it.
His poor ankles, man.
Oh my God, his ankles and his neck too.
Snapped.
The whiplash. Get him a chiropractor. And by the way, Demon 1 is still here. So you better run into that C site quickly or beat him on the challenge, which they do.
What the hell is happening?
Egster has utility in his hand. Rossi now taking his time. When's that challenge going to come in? This pistol round could just define the half if Oxy can find his way in. Rossi into the 1-on-2. These players have full HP. He has the pull. Zeppa holds for Zelsis. That was clean. Excellent work from the C9 duo. That'll get them right back in this.
Goes to show how important it is to practice that body block and get it down. It's easy to mess up. You see pros do it a lot, but that was very well executed from them. And secures the round. It was really chaotic. This should have been a free win for Envy after this. But I think that the way that they... Oh my God, poor Penny. This was weird though. Egster thought he had a timing to fight, but I would have much rather seen them just hold back on site instead of trying to make another play when they're already up a man.
I wonder how loud the comms were in that moment. Because I can imagine Envy screaming and shouting, getting ready for that fight. A little bit go, go, go. Does bring them down onto pistols, but that orb secured all the same onto Egster.
The classic, we have a Phoenix round of around the world, see how many orbs we can get.
Except this time Oxy with the Outlaw down long. But look how Egster's all the way in the back. He'll be the last one to take a contact here to guarantee it. Oxy only gets 2 shots and only one of them is going to count. With the speed, Kesnit's going into the site with the spike nonetheless. Actually gives Envy a chance to play out a post.
Yeah, the plant is nice. Doing damage wouldn't hurt, but Judge here.
Stepping right into Penny. That'll be 3 in the blink of an eye. And the round is a wrap.
Quadruples these kills with the Judge in Garage.
All according to plan.
And so C9 very much back in this game. Now a gap of only 2. And the mistakes of that pistol round might start to bite Envy if anything more comes of this.
We've seen an almost shocking amount of success from teams converting their bonus rounds so far today. From C9 all the way back on the split, Envy on the previous map, and on this one too. C9 can tap into that again, but set themselves up beautifully. They don't exactly have optimal weaponry, and that is going to be full heavy armors on Envy's side. So Oxy fighting against the current this round.
Seeing someone break that dart probably makes you suspicious that there is that scope there. So they walk back towards mid.
Oh, Penny.
This is a strong hold.
Yeah, Penny's gonna love it if they come in here. Have to come through the Viper wall. Has support. And the Judge waiting. That's a good drone. Is anyone gonna break it? Is anyone gonna come to support? Doesn't seem so. Demon 1 was holding for it. And while there has been enough delay to dissuade Envy from continuing in, that sort of gives up the plan from C9.
Envy don't have any map control, though. They didn't actually take any presence off that opening volley of utility into A.
Yeah, but neither did they take any damage either, so that Outlaw still a bit of a dud in Oxy's hands.
Still, I'm thinking of some rounds where they've late hit into center utility. Previous in this series.
Sure. Bit of a different story. They are heading into one molly here in Garage, and the turret is there for some extra layers of information. Time is going to be the problem. Vic will have some ideas to get into sight, but C9 aren't actually stopping them. All things considered, Vic's trying to come in, but it's a little bit late, and he's trying to put down utility. It's all over the place from Cloud9. Caught between 2 separate ideas. Do we actually hold this? Do we wait and play with a group? And they are punished for it.
There was a real chance for C9 there. With the alarm bot, with the stall off the molly, there was a moment where they could have rotated in, and it looked like they wanted to play retake, but just cross the wires. And now this looks to be a flawless round for Envy.
You just had to, didn't you? Oxy takes down Egster. And some chip on the backside. Upgrade to the Vandal and get out there. Just play for the exits. There's going to be absolutely nothing he can play for whatsoever. Penny goes for the same and manages to get his. That'll be a couple more. Why not? Feels good even in the round loss, but that one, really, I think both on this B hold and on C, there were serious winning chances from C9 they just couldn't capitalize on.
Yeah, this ended up just being a little off in the coordination there. Okay, Vic dying, the Odin suppresses.
Just keep trusting me.
Rossi asking for that trust. Trying to bring the team through, close out this series. And a good chance, winning that round 15, having a slight weapon advantage in this round.
Where is Envy going to prod? Not too committal just yet, but at the same time, C9 playing fairly reserved. No one taking a forward line, just a drone into A lobby that Sees a whole bunch of nothing. Think they got it?
Yeah.
No, they didn't. There's still an alarm bot and a
Don't
molly on
worry.
the ground.
They're going to get it.
There's one. Still an alarm.
But not much else happening on the map for Envy. They didn't have anyone in bed towards A, didn't have any presence towards C, so now they start to work back. Comfortable with Demon One's presence in mid.
Is this just the tech? Bore Envy to death, don't give them any fights, and then hope it comes down to a time scramble? That might work some rounds, but I'm not sure about this one. Exeter just secured the orb down C long.
I think that might have just been a misclick shooting.
Yeah.
Now they know there's a lurk here.
Smoke down too.
30 seconds, they have basically nothing. They're just going to low info hit back towards B. This is risky.
There's a snake bite and there's a viper wall. That's going to be the first layer of stall. And the timing of that is absolutely critical. Right now, Penny getting confused a little bit. He gets pulled back to garage. It's that attention drawn that gets Envy this site. And the fight is going to continue forward. Fully clearing out sight.
10 seconds left.
Now considering stepping forward into Cloud9. No, it's a self-stun! Good lord! It goes the wrong direction. C9 stay unpunished for the time being, and now Oxy gets right back into that fight. He's stepping up when it matters for. Can he find the ace? Celsius will take it. But from 0 to hero, C9 take the round.
Self-stun into a 4K. Masterclass from Oxy. His impact there was outsized. Really nice counter utility from his team. Just look how many of these players were blind as he brawls back in.
It's an actual jester move out of Oxy.
He got a 4K, and you guys really have to show us that too.
I think you have to. It paints the full picture.
Sure.
You know?
A neutral journalist always shows both sides.
As Bob Ross famously said, that was just a happy little accident.
Okay. I'll give him that. Those are rounds you need, though, for Cloud9. Get them back in. But I do...
The map a little bit more if they so desire. Right now, though, they're considering their options in the buy category. So force up from Kesnet and something from Eggster.
Yeah, I would have liked to maybe see him be given a gun if he plans to ult this round.
Especially when he has the run it back available. There you go. Layer 1 of Garage Take. Deal with the alarm bot. Actually, interesting setup out from Celsius. He's had the alarm and the turret on C pretty frequently this game, but now keeping the alarm on C, he can also have that turret on A.
It's interesting. Envy has basically never touched A in this attack half. Still pretty early days.
Even on defense, it was all about mid-fighting too.
They contact into Garage. Demon wants to work towards mid.
Oxy's not shying away from this angle. Chooses to step right back into the fight, and it pays off for him. And the rest of C9, a little running gun from Poppin.
Poppin swing in tier 1, okay.
Not too shabby.
He's got the ult off that. This is a post fight. This gets a bit scary.
And a gun now too. And if all of C9 come through these choke points, I mean, he's set up for high-low now. See how this fight comes down. Nice shot from him. The transfer! Poppin is elite! And it's given Demon 1 a chance to win this round. Out into the open, sitting and waiting. Demon 1 will take him down. What a beautiful round out from Poppin.
That was disgusting. 1 HP in the high-low. Perfectly sprays down 2 in CT. And it starts like this.
Escalation.
Knocked down to 29, a classic kill. Gets the rifle. And just plays it so, so well.
What a beautiful round out to win this
And Imi will take a timeout off that one. Those C9 anchors again got flustered in the pace of the fighting.
for this 18th round.
I mean, with Sova ult, with Phoenix ult, you are kind of expecting a faster round from Envy.
I wonder what it looks like from C9 though, because Envy haven't done a lot in A lobby. Just turns into getting Oxy or someone on the forward line and then shifting back to play heavy on the other side. Keep your eyes on C long, by the way. Penny all the way up in his pit with the judge in hand.
Joke's over.
Oh dear.
You're dead.
Run it back through Garage to pull some attention off mid, unsuccessfully, mind you. But now Penny is getting wrapped around on. The run it back runs out of time, and that's going to be taken down with the molly. He'll have another lease on life as Penny steps right back into it. I love this reposition. And the one-way here as well. Meanwhile, Kesnit is rinsing them in the backside. It'll be a fight between Kesnit and Penny.
But look at the spike. It is on the other side of this pit.
Madness. Oxy just sprinted all the way through A to find that one.
I think you almost have to go back around the world to try and recover this.
Oh my god, look at Kesnit. Look at Kesnit back in spawn. He really is. We have fully traded sides of the map.
Running low.
He's literally going the whole way. I don't see what this achieves other than walking back garage, but...
Have you ever seen this before?
No. Maybe he thinks there'll be some kind of crossfire like here and here.
Well, let's see, because they're making noise. It's 25 seconds left on the clock, Mimi. Oxy in the corner and delivers on both. No surprises whatsoever. Lights out from the kid.
Another round from Oxy. He's definitely been the one to step up. 25 and 13 right now. This was the pivotal piece of the round for me, though. So many times Zephyr has lost that fight to Demon 1. This time he wins it. And despite this, which is just literally a 1v3 in the middle of the round from Kesnit, the Viper's Pit and Oxy is enough to close out. Really just a duel of the Neons here. Both doubling the kill
Just
counts of their next best.
ridiculous numbers on the board. Now, unfortunately for Envy, those numbers haven't been filtered into their bank account yet. Still waiting on the tax refunds to come in. As Envy do have themselves a B site for now.
Now let's see how much money matters. There've been quite a few of these Ecos won.
Poppin'. Oh, Demon 1 just got a kill out of nowhere. As the retake is underway.
That was a classic.
Okay, Rossi, why not?
You want to play?
Having a little
Let's
bit of fun.
play.
It is a 2-on-2, and Demon 1 has ripped the ult. Vic might need to get creative. Paranoia. Teleport up on top. He's through the smoke. No! It's a disaster. Couldn't find the angle. And now Demon 1 is holding the other. A thrifty win just stolen out of nowhere from Envy.
Not again. How many times this game have thrifties been the difference? And credit to Demon 1, the shots he hit here were beautiful, but that teleport,
It's a shame.
that is gonna haunt Vic. Not a great lip reader. I think that might have been a what is he doing?
Yeah. Not sure if Vic knew where he was going on that one. High flash for fun as Envy shows something a little bit different. Barreling down A short, very long rather. But C9 do have a more reserved stack behind all this Senti utility. Are Envy just gonna try and push on through this? Seems a little bit difficult. Just walking it in. There's a turret in their way.
But in all the time they've taken, they are losing space on the rest of the map.
Doesn't matter, they're committing in. No more gas left in the tank. Throw up the wall again. Demon 1, there it is! And now the Hunter's Fury 2 lays the groundwork for this site hit.
Toxin screen down.
Should be easy enough for Kesnit to pick up the spike and go for the plant. Penny considering trying to get back in here, but if we were to go for it, it would be all on his own. Only now has Vic joined him side by side.
You are divided.
And a wall too, no chances taken.
Difficult to get back in. Paranoia, maybe their only hope.
That's the paranoia. I don't know if it accomplished anything. And now Vic trying to go for a teleport, but he doesn't trust the TP. He doesn't trust it after the last round and with an Astral Wall in his face. So he is trying to run on out of here, bail out, and it falls apart. Shaky as Envy move up to series point.
And it's just such an Envy round to do it again. They spent this entire time with 4 players outside A. They feign the hit twice, and when they finally go, Oxy gets caught by surprise. The trading between the duelists is excellent. They're now round away from the win. It's just brutal to slow it down like that, guys.
Yeah, I'm not a lip reader, but I'm pretty sure that was, ooh, something like that.
Yeah. Work on it a little.
Yeah, well, C9 gonna have to work with absolute zilch in this round. He just knows. I think he's hunting for an alarm or a nano, but
If it's
all the
close
same,
enough.
hurts.
Much more spread approach from Envy.
Spike drop.
I mean, C9 are just bundled up 4 players in mid right now.
Yeah, you see the Silva literally sitting in spawn,
Yeah,
waiting for that chance to ult.
That's going to be their best chance because the best C9 have is 2 Guardians. They don't have a single real rifle at their disposal.
The weakness is A.
Wow. It's cool calling to see from Envy to find this A side a couple rounds in a row so late into the game too.
Yeah, after basically ignoring it for all of the start of this half.
Here.
And anticipating they're not going to double stack behind their Senti util 2 rounds in a row. That'd be ridiculous. And so, hey, what do you know? No one showed their face yet. Demon 1 might just have the sight.
There is still Hunter's Fury, but it's saved, not used to
Wow.
stall. Eggster
I
fighting
like it.
up.
I like it. He gets caught, util in hand, but we'll see that. And that is a lockdown coming in. That's a little bit tough. Popping completely red as he moves in. And now, some support from afar. Zeppa lets it rip. Leads to 1 more kill. And C9 are sending everything into this retake. Can't even get onto the spike, though, for the half. Not simple just yet, but I like Penny's spot. Up in heaven, bringing them down. C9, not out yet.
It's expensive. Took a lot of ults to win that round, but Cloud9 managed to pull it together. And this is the round where they had a pretty rough buy. Coming in with Guardians, with the Stinger, getting away with the win. And that kill is so pivotal. Reading the reflank is going to come for that lockdown. Shutting it down, and even earlier, getting the instant punish onto that run it back. Not letting him get ahead and punish that Killjoy.
Amy doing his best to gear up for potential overtime. Needs his team to deliver 3 more in a row, though. If that's going to be the case. Interesting purchase. We're seeing Demon 1 go for a scoped buy. Basically the first time this series.
But only 1 player on half armor. He's not going to get a huge amount of value with the weapon.
Yeah. He didn't have a ton of money to spare, so it could just be he wants the heavy. That said, Envy putting that work in to clear away the utility in Garage, which has transferred back over onto this side of the map. C9 are keeping it fluid in how their Killjoy is setting up.
Cloud9, again, they guard that alarm bot. Doesn't actually get broken.
I really like that. What it does mean is that because Demon 1 is working this A side slowly, he calls the team back into him. C9 are just choosing to play full-on retake on A, which is a big gamble.
The difference is that this time they don't have ultimates. Only that Omen ult for a reposition. Nothing to make this retake all that easy.
Yeah, and not a whole lot of utility in terms of breaching back in. Paranoia and a stun gonna be your best options.
And an Odin to hold the line, no reflank coming. This is going to be difficult.
First shock.
Spike planted.
Lands down onto Poppin. Second goes awry. And the drone in. C9 are taking their time. They're flushing out, making sure there was no lurker coming down. But everything in this series is riding on this retake for Cloud9. At risk of falling down 0-2 in the standings, and it might just come to 4. Penny into the smoke, everyone's being revealed. It's mayhem, it's madness on the site, but it's C9 coming up on top. Demon 1 delivers, dodging out. With the smoke blocking his vision, he has to activate. Now he has to activate quickly. Oh my God, he's done it. He has delivered. Demon 1 out of nowhere takes away C9's hope.